Do you see a picture of 3 children messing about on a bed, and a cat, and a teddy, and a moon balloon? Good. We're ready to begin. Page 8. This rhyme used to be sung in the evenings by children calling their friends out to play.
Girls and boys come out to play, the moon doth shine as bright as day. Leave your supper and leave your sleep, and join your playfellows in the street. Come with a whoop and come with a call, come with a goodwill or not at all. Up the ladder and down the wall, a halfpenny loaf will serve us all. You find milk and I'll find flour, and we'll have a pudding in half an hour.
Page 10. Humpty Dumpty was a game. The players would sit on the ground holding their knees, then fall backwards and try to stand up.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon.
Page 12. The old word for puddle was piddle, which rhymed with middle.
Dr. Foster went to Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle right up to his middle and never went there again.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head and couldn't get up in the morning.
Page 14. In the 1800s, when this poem was written, families living in the country would often raise lambs by hand, and they would become pets.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
It followed her to school one day. That was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school.
And so the teacher turned it out, but still it lingered near, and waited patiently about till Mary did appear.
Why does the lamb love Mary so? The eager children cry. Why, Mary loves the lamb, you know, the teacher did reply.
Page 16. In this rhyme, a cock horse probably meant a toy horse.
Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see a fine lady upon a white horse. Rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. She shall have music wherever she goes.
Yankee Doodle came to town riding on a pony. He stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni.
Page 18. Curds are what milk becomes before it is made into cheese. Whey is the watery part of milk.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the marched the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow?
With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row.
Page 21. It is unlucky to harm a ladybird. If one lands on you, say this rhyme to send it away unharmed.
Ladybird, ladybird, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children all gone. All except one, and that's little Anne, and she has crept under the warming pan.
Pages 22 and 23. The origins of this rhyme may lie in an Italian recipe from 1549. This was for a pie that, when opened, revealed live birds.
Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The king was in his counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in the parlour, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes, when down flew a blackbird and pecked off her nose.
Page 24. This song was originally known as a playful love song rather than a nursery rhyme.
Lavender's blue, diddle diddle, lavender's green. When I am king, diddle diddle, you shall be queen. Call up your men, diddle diddle, set them to work. Some to the plough, diddle diddle, some to the cart. Some to make hay, diddle diddle, some to thresh corn. Whilst you and I, diddle diddle, keep ourselves warm.
I had a little nut tree, nothing would it bear but a silver nutmeg and a golden pear. The King of Spain's daughter came to visit me, and all for the sake of my little nut tree. I skipped over water, I danced over sea, and all the birds in the air couldn't catch me.
Page 26. King Cole is a legendary figure who ruled in the 3rd century.
Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. Every fiddler, he had a fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he. Tweed, tweedledee, tweedledee went the fiddlers, oh, there's none so rare as can compare with King Cole and his fiddlers 3.
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer's day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole the tarts, and took them clean away.
Patter cake, baker's man, Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with B and put it in the oven for baby and me.
Page 29. This rhyme was often sung by street sellers. Hot cross buns were traditionally eaten for breakfast on Good Friday.
Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. If your daughters do not like them, give them to your sons. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns.
Page 30. Children have chanted this rhyme for centuries. It was once used to decide who should go first in a game.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and whipped them all soundly and put them to bed.
Page 32 and 33. Some think this rhyme dates back to a hide-and-seek game played by children in the 14th century.
Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, bringing their tails behind them.
Little Bo Peep fell fast asleep and dreamt she heard them bleating. But when she awoke, she found it a joke, for they were still all fleeting.
Then up she took her little crook, determined for to find them. She found them indeed, but it made her heart bleed, for they'd left their tails behind them.
It happened one day as Bo Peep did stray into a meadow hard by. There she espied their tails side by side, all hung on a tree to dry.
She heaved a sigh and wiped her eye, and over the hillocks went rambling, and tried what she could, as a shepherdess should, to tack each one to its lambkin.
Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch her poor dog a bone. But when she came there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none.
She took a clean dish to get him some tripe, but when she came back, he was smoking a pipe.
She went to the alehouse to get him some beer, but when she came back, the dog sat in a chair.
She went to the tavern for white wine and red, but when she came back, the dog stood on his head.
She went to the fruiterer's to buy him some fruit, but when she came back, he was playing the flute.
She went to the tailor's to buy him a coat, but when she came back, he was riding a goat.
She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat, but when she came back, he was feeding the cat.
She went to the barber's to buy him a wig, but when she came back, he was dancing a jig.
She went to the cobbler's to buy him some shoes, but when she came back, he was reading the news.
She went to the seamstress to buy him some linen, but when she came back, the dog was a-spinning.
She went to the hosier's to buy him some hose, but when she came back, he was dressed in his clothes.
The dame made a curtsy, the dog made a bow. The dame said, "Your servant." The dog said, "Bow wow!"
Page 36. It is believed that this rhyme tells of an incident that happened during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I.
Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been?
I've been to London to look for the Queen.
Pussycat, Pussycat, what did you there?
I frightened a little mouse under her chair.
I love little pussy, her coat is so warm, and if I don't hurt her, she'll do me no harm. So I'll not pull her tail, nor drive her away, but pussy and I very gently will play. She shall sit by my side and I'll give her some food, and pussy will love me, because I am good.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. A peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked?
Page 39. The pig that Tom stole and ate was not a real pig, but a pastry pig filled with currants.
Tom, Tom, the piper's son, stole a pig and away did run. The pig was eat and Tom was beat, till he ran crying down the street.
Page 40. When this rhyme was written, white bread was a refined food only eaten by the wealthy. Quite a treat for Tommy.
Little Tommy Tucker sings for his supper. What shall he eat? White bread and butter. How will he cut it without a knife? And how will he be married without a wife?
Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean, and so between them both they licked the platter clean. Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and so are you.
Page 43. Long ago, if you asked a girl to go milking with you, it was like asking her to marry you.
Little maid, pretty maid, whither goest thou?
Down in the forest to milk my cow.
Shall I go with thee?
No, not now. When I send for thee, then come thou.
The three little kittens, they lost their mittens, and they began to cry.
Oh, mother dear, we sadly fear that we have lost our mittens. What? Lost your mittens, you naughty kittens? Then you shall have no pie. Meow, meow, meow. No, you shall have no pie.
The three little kittens, they found their mittens, and they began to cry.
Oh, mother dear, see here, for we have found our mittens. Put on your mittens, you silly kittens, and you shall have some pie. Brr, brr, brr. Oh, let us have some pie.
The three little kittens put on their mittens and soon ate up the pie.
Oh, mother dear, we greatly fear that we have soiled our mittens. What? Soiled your mittens, you naughty kittens?
Then they began to sigh.
Meow, meow, meow.
Then they began to sigh. The three little kittens, they washed their mittens and hung them out to dry.
Oh, mother dear, do you not hear that we have washed our mittens? What? Washed your mittens? Then you're good kittens. But I smell a rat close by. Meow, meow, meow. We smell a rat close by.
again. Suki, take it off again. Suki, take it off again. They've all gone away.
Page 47. This rhyme is a clapping song sung on chilly days to keep cold hands warm. Peas pudding is a thin soup made from mashed peas.
Peas pudding hot, peas pudding cold, peas pudding in the pot 9 days old. Peas pudding hot, peas pudding cold, peas pudding in the pot 9 days old.
Page 48. It is a popular belief that this rhyme dates back to the Great Plague, a ring-shaped, rosy-coloured rash being a symptom.
Ring a roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down.
Seesaw, Margery Daw, Jackie shall have a new master. He shall have but a penny a day, because he can't work any faster.
Page 50. The character Jack Horner first appeared in a book printed in the 18th century, in which he is only 13 inches tall.
Little Jack Horner sat in the corner, eating a Christmas pie. He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I!"
Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. But where is the boy who looks after the sheep? He's under a haycock fast asleep.
Page 52. It is believed that this popular duke marched his men up and down a hill in Belgium in the 1700s.
The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after.
Up Jack got and home did trot as fast as he could caper, to old Dame Dob, who patched his head with vinegar and brown paper.
There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence against a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house.
Page 55. It was once believed that if you could jump over a candle without putting out the flame, you would have good luck for a year.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candlestick.
Monday's child is fair of face, Tuesday's child is full of grace, Wednesday's child is full of woe, Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving, Saturday's child works hard for a living, but the child that is born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay.
Page 57. If you ever see magpies, you must recite this verse as you count them. You will often see more than one at a time.
One for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret ne'er to be told.
Wee Willie Winky runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying through the lock, "Are the children all in bed? For now it's 8 o'clock."
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring turns to brass, Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass gets broke, Papa's gonna buy you a billy goat. And if that billy goat won't pull, Papa's gonna buy you a cart and bull. And if that cart and bull turn over, Papa's gonna buy you a dog named Rover. And if that dog named Rover won't bark, Papa's gonna buy you a horse and cart. And if that horse and cart fall down, you'll still be the sweetest little baby in town.
Page 60. A comic version of this popular rhyme is sung by the Mad Hatter in Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. When the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, when you show your little light, twinkle, twinkle all the night. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight.
Page 62. It is believed that this rhyme was written by a pilgrim arriving in America on the Mayflower.
Hush-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come baby, cradle and all. Sleep, baby, sleep. Thy father guards the sheep. Thy mother shakes the dreamland tree, and from it fall sweet dreams for thee. Sleep, baby, sleep. Sleep, baby, sleep. Our cottage vale is deep. The little lamb is on the green, with woolly fleece so soft and clean. Sleep, baby, sleep. Sleep, baby, sleep. Down where the woodbines creep, be always like the lamb so mild, a kind and sweet and gentle child. Sleep, baby, sleep.
And that, my friend, is that. We've come to the end of this CD, the Dorling Kindersley Book of Nursery Rhymes. I hope you really enjoyed yourself and that you'll listen again soon. Goodbye.